This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here for the iRacing East Series, sponsored by Plan B Sales, live from Thunder Valley. It is time for Bristol Motor Speedway as we get ready to kick off another great night of racing action. This field is absolutely stacked. This is probably the biggest field we've had, well, probably close to all season. It may have even tied, to be honest. 43 drivers in here on the charts tonight, and it is going to be chaotic. I'm just going to say it right now. the start of this race, we are going to see yellows. We are going to see wrecks. We're going to see some very hurt tempers. And that's going to be Bristol. So, I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff here planned tonight for this race. So, it'll be fun as we get set to go. 150 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. Once again, so glad that iRacing actually updated the Bristol Motor Speedway. We got Colossus and even a football field actually in the infield. So, that's pretty awesome to see that. As the cars, you can see, we are working with one pit lane here tonight, or I'm sorry, 2 pit lanes. That means that you, under caution, you have to enter on the front stretch off turn 4, come down pit road, work your way all the way around the 4 on pit road if you're pitting that side. And, I mean, even the other cars, you got to stay on the pit road during caution until the exit of turn 3. So, pretty cool. But, yeah, it should be a fun one. It's going to be a wild one. Kyle Smiley right now on top of the board. Once again, we are doing the autism awareness night here tonight. This is mainly for me. It's not necessarily for the league. My son was diagnosed, and my nephew as well. Both have autism, so kind of wanted to do it in the month of April. And we've been kind of meaning to do this for the last few days, honestly, but we really didn't have the opportunity to. I didn't have time to really set everything up, so we got it here tonight. So that's awesome to be able to do that and just bring a little bit more light to such a bad thing. Anyway, like I said, Kyle Smiley, Nick Kessler, Connor up to third. It's good to see that. Chris Worrell, Merrick Watchhorn, Cody Smith, Joe Burchett making his return back here to Thunder Valley, my home track, by the way. Not only that, I think James Cato, it's also his home track. Mike Caterino, Landon Lacey, James Lowe currently 11th. I mean, we got a stacked field, and I'm going to be honest, the goal is going to be survive. So go ahead in the chat. Let me know who you're pulling for. Let me know. Let's make it fun. How many yellows are we going to get tonight? This is something that... Oh, hit the wrong button. This is something that these guys was actually talking about earlier. How many yellows they think they're going to get. I said it was going to be like 14 or 13 or something. But give me your thoughts in the chat. How many yellows are going to be here? This is a wild place. Everybody here already knows how Bristol could be. Things happen very fast. Tires, I don't know. It's both ways about the tires. Do you want to take tires? Is there a big fall off? That's something these guys have had a little bit of experience in because we actually ran Bristol last week. So they kind of got the experience a little bit with that. I don't think tires are going to be that big of an issue unless we get like a super long green flag run. But, once again, I don't necessarily see a super long green flag run. That's just me being honest. So, we'll see, though. Anyway, coming into tonight, we are beginning race number 8. Kyle Smiley, currently on top of the board, does have a win. Marcus Adams, James Lowe, Greg McCartney all have a win. Calvin Allison also with the win. Zach Bowerman and Kyle Edgar, who's not here, I don't think, but big crowd here tonight. Somebody's going to win this one, and we'll see who it is. Kyle Smiley, Brody Smith, as I mentioned. It's going to be interesting. I hope these guys actually don't. I don't think they're allowed to. Bristol's known for that little wall glitch, and hopefully it kind of does not happen, but at the same time, we don't really know when everybody's going to be doing it, so hopefully nobody really does that, but we'll see. Getting ready to go qualifying here for Bristol Motor Speedway. Want to thank all of our awesome sponsors here. Hit the wrong button, guys. I apologize for that. There we go. Plan B Sales, Hurricane Media, Midwest Motor Customs, AC Paints. Check out planbsales.com. They are the main series sponsor. You can also check out the iRacing East.wixsite.com. Get some more information about the series itself. These guys also run on a Friday night for their bigger style series, the Super Speedway series. As we get set, one thing that's going to be fun tonight is Radioactive. That's going to be a little wild to do that. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be doing that here soon. All right, so there you go. The pace slots are coming on, and how about the cloudy skies these guys are going to get? They was actually practicing with cloudy conditions, and it kind of went away. But you can see overcast skies, which is exactly the weather, by the way, here in Bristol now. as qualifying gets started. We're going to jump over and take a look at one of our drivers coming out. Actually, let's go ahead and jump over to Jacob Prince here in the 16. Let's see how he qualifies. As you're not very happy with how he started, so Timothy Jennings, see how he does. So number 51, taken, I believe that was his first lap. We're waiting to confirm. No, that was actually, it was his first lap. Right now, James Lowe on top of the board. Jump back just a little bit here and see Jason Papp in the number 1 car tonight once again. Currently P12 right now. See if he can probably get a little bit better. And Jason going to be 15th. He's probably looking for a little bit more. Joe Burchett, he's out on track. He's going to shut it down. Not very happy with how he started. So with that, we'll jump over to someone else. Nick Kessler is out on track. And Nick Kessler not going to be happy with where he started. See Joe Burchett getting some pressure in the tires. There's Rick Rose. The Tiger King on the front. Still never watched that myself. Yes, I have never seen it. Now Joe Burchett's out there. See what he can do. He may have a chance to jump up here and take a chance at Kyle. These guys are kind of familiar with each other as well. Joe rocking that LS Tractor Jeb Burton paint scheme. Joe's been working with Jeb and Joe Burchett to the top of the board. 14.835. Good qualifying effort there. Actually barely over Kyle on that one. Landon Lacey. Did not think he was actually going to qualify, but you see him running the autism awareness paint. He's got about 2 minutes left as he begins his qualifying run this time. And the sun is actually out on track right now, so not sure if that was the best time to go out, but maybe that's what he was waiting on. Off turn 4. 14.808. Going to be good enough for P1. Landon Lacey to the top of the board over teammate Joe Burchett. Right now, overtake number 1 and 2. Dang, good effort there. And actually, pretty close time. Anybody else out on track right now? Chris Whirl rolling out in the number 6 car. Do not sleep on Landon. He is a great short track racer, and of course Joe and Kyle and everybody else right now in the top 10 are as well. But Landon's got he especially when it comes to concrete tracks like this and Dover. Landon's really good at. Mike Caterino. He's out on track in the number 8 car, coming to the start-finish line this time. 50 seconds remain here in qualifying. Now off turn 4. Caterino, a 14.938. Going to be good enough for P number 12. Chris Wall is heading out. He's going to have one chance. Logan Jones out on track as well. 15.457, probably one of more. 24th for the number 20 car. Chris Worrell is trying to finish his lap. Let's see what he does. He works into 3 and 4. He's got about 10 seconds. And across the start finish line. 14.857. Good qualifying effort there. Going to jump him up to P4. So up front, it is going to be Overtake Motorsports 1-2. And back in second or third or fourth, it is a Balls Out Racing 3 and 4. with that said, see if I can find Landon Lacey and bring him in for a quick interview. Have to wait till he grids up, but we'll try to pull him in. Hopefully he does not wait too long. Let's see. Here we go. Landon Lacey is gridding up now. There we go. All right, let's bring Landon Lacey in. Maybe. Landon Lacey is Adams Chapman up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
P1, man, and I was just talking. Do not sleep on you too much. You're a short track racer, honestly. And in my experience, knowing you for a while, you are pretty good at short tracks, especially concrete tracks like this. In Dover, you kind of excel a little bit. Up front, how important is that? You actually wasn't going to qualify, but putting a P1, you got to like that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't plan on qualifying, but I noticed that the times were kind of in the right area. I wasn't 100% sure on whether or not I'd be able to actually grab the pole, but I knew I could probably get a top 5, and just ended up putting a good lap together and getting the pole.
So some of these guys went out even when it was shade and stuff like that. You actually went out when there was a lot of sun on track. Did that help you or hurt you, or did it even make a difference?
I mean, I don't think it really made much of a difference. The difference was probably 1 or 2 degrees track temp, which really isn't going to change much.
Hey, good job, man.
Thanks, bud.
We'll be watching here as we get ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. There you go. Landon Lacey up front. Take a look at your grid as we get to rolling here. It's a big win, but he is going to have that inside line. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But the grid's rolling out. You see the grid going by the bottom of your screen. 2 laps around here. Before we take the green flag, I love the look of this Bristol Motor Speedway now. So good to see. See the field working by. And actually, they don't have 2 pace cars, which is interesting. Be cool if they actually would. Row 6 or row 8 and row 9. Once again, tire pressure is going to be a big thing here to get them tire pressures up. Really have to get them up and see what we can do here. As the sun is still out behind the clouds. As you get a look here at your weather now popping up on screen, we get set to go green. 76 degrees. Track temp, not going to be an issue there. As we get set to roll here from Atlanta. Did take the high side on the start. They are allowed to choose, so I couldn't remember if they was allowed to choose or not. So he did take the high side, which is definitely smart. Here we go. Pace truck ready to take a left. We're waiting for the green flag here from Thunder Valley. And I got my spotter on. I apologize. I'll cut it off. Green flag is out. We're racing here from Bristol. To the inside, the 42 took a big leap up front. But however, Joe Burchett, great start, able to take the lead away early. Once again, we expect a little bit of chaos here at the beginning. We'll have to wait and see. But Joe Burchett able to get out to a pretty good start over Kyle Smalley. Landon Lacey actually dropped a long way back. Actually, I'm not sure what happened to him. Not quite sure. Oh, he's back at third. It was just my ticker was having a little bit of trouble. Actually, maybe blinking a little bit. So you see him on the low side. That's something that you don't see very much of. Chris Will said if they go green flag here all night tonight that they will he'll throw in $100 for the race winner or the championship. So we'll see. Cody Smith right now running in P number 7. Some people having some connection issues, and that's going to happen here quite a bit with so many cars in here. I'm not very surprised to see that. Oh, the 6 getting loose. Big trouble. Chris Worrell involved. Piling in.
Forward drive there towards the end of that little run we just did.
I cannot tell who all was involved. It was just multiple cars. The 6 actually got flipped. There's the 8 piling in the 2. The 76 at Tomasi. A little bit of damage. He'll be fine. Oh, man. Let's see actually what happened with Chris Worrell. This actually happened coming off the corner. Like him at a 43 made a little bit of contact. Hard into Brody's door. Brody flipping upside down. Cody Smith, his brother, involved. And one thing about this, Landon Lacey was actually involved. Landon was dropping back because of the blinking issues he was having. Tough break there. So pit road's going to be open. We're probably going to see a couple people on pit road. While he's doing that, let me actually cut my spotter off, guys, since you guys don't want to keep hearing that, I'm sure. There we go. Yes, I was racing earlier, which does not happen very often. So Joe Burchett, Kyle Smiley, Merrick Watson, Ron Worley up to 4th now. Chris Worrell still showing in P5. See if we can get a look at the damage he's got. There's a look at his number 6 car. Landon Lacey was involved as well, even though he started up front. You see some damage on the 35. And there's quite a bit of damage. He actually has no wing or spoiler, so that's not good. Jason Papp, he looks good. Want to show Derek Pemberton's car, by the way, tonight. I don't know why my thing always takes its time to load it back up towards the back. Here's Derek Pemberton's car, autism awareness. He's on pit road. All right, pace lights are still on, so we're about to double back up this time, I believe. Speaking of which, I think it was it Travis Rucker, I think, or might have been William. It was Travis. You can see him right here. A little slow right now to the bottom, but new sponsor for the Pulse Racing, number 78, Sim Speed Shop. It's a good looking car. And right now, unfortunately, he's going to go one lap down, but Sim Speed Shop on the side of that car. Looks like there's a little bit of an issue here with double back up. Is pace lights off? No. So these guys are using the full pit road, just like you see in real life. They have to go around on the bottom. And I believe that it's exit of turn 3. Like you enter in turn 4, you got to come all the way around the track and exit of turn 3. Or it might be vice versa, but you might have to enter in turn 2 and exit in turn 1. But I believe it is enter in turn 1, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, you know what? Sitting here looking at it, actually might be exit a turn. I can't remember. Can't remember if it's exit. Let me know in the chat. Is it exit in turn 2? Or is it exit in turn 3 where you're allowed to get back up on track? 'Cause right here it kind of looks like you exit in turn 1. Either way, we'll figure it out. And green flag set to come back out this time. Yeah, I think it's exit turn 1. And come back up on track in 2. Anyway, we'll definitely have time to figure it out. Green flag set to wave once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace truck is in. Green flag ready to fly as we are. Green flag here once again at Bristol Motor Speedway. Up front, Joe Burchett, another good start. May have a wreck going on behind him. I can't tell. Not yet. Thought we had something going on. jump back a little bit. Let's take a ride around the bottom with Merrick Watchhorn. He's in 5th place right now. I need to update their driver pictures again, too. I haven't had them on here in a couple weeks. You see Merrick with a little bit of damage, but that was an issue I noticed earlier. Oh, he's blinking a little bit. That was an issue I noticed earlier. As we got a yellow, maybe more carnage over here in the turn. Yeah, you see the couple cars here turn around. Tyler Tomasi not happy. I'm not sure exactly, but that's probably not a... Yeah, his car was fine. I'm not sure what exactly he was doing here at the 005. I mean, let's see what actually... Oh, the 025. Was that Connor? No, it was not. Yeah, it's Tyrell Baker. That looks like he just got loose. I love that car, by the way. Let's see, here's above. Yeah, just got loose, got into the 76, and Tyler Tomasi not very happy after the fact. And like I said, oh, 67, 43. And then he was not happy right there. I mean, he just hit him and flipped him over. He's like, well. And then right there, just not very happy at all. That's interesting. Woo, that was fun. Yeah, you seen it was not very pretty. And I agree. It's welcome to Bristol because it is always a tough one. Reading some of the chat. We're on Facebook and YouTube tonight, so, kind of bear with us with that. I know you guys are waiting on Crank It Up. Man, we're going to do it, I promise. That's always a big thing. Yeah, a lot of people not very happy. Merrick Watchhorn, Sim just crashed, and that's the thing, too. They've had trouble here the last few builds, honestly. And it's taken a lot of people, out. I mean, Derek Pemberton being one of them. He really never was blinking too much, but after this latest update, he's blinking here a little bit here and there. I mean, there's a couple cars in here tonight. As you look down at Derek's car, I still love that car, by the way. I actually painted that for him myself, so I got to shout myself out for it. See the chrome autism awareness on the side, pretty neat. And, of course, the Overtake Motorsports logo and autism puzzle pieces. Pretty nice. So, with that said, we may be getting ready to double back up. We're waiting to see. Welcome to Bristol, guys. Hey, I'm going to be honest. Even in the official races, the races have been more than chaotic. I mean, they have been wild. If you guys watched the race on Fox the other night, it was pretty wild as well. And I expect this one to go the same way. This many people, we're going to have wrecks. That's welcome to short track racing. It don't matter where we are. It don't matter what car we run. All right. Here we go. Pace truck about to take the left down pit road. There goes the pace truck. Green flag waiting to come out. Green flag is out. Good start there for Kyle Smalley on the inside. He might try to take his lead away from Joe Burchett. That was one thing right there. You see, a lot of people's getting loose out of that final corner, or out of the corners. You see the sparks, especially out of turn number 2, as we got a yellow again. But out of turn 2, you see a lot of sparks coming from underneath. It's that the chassis is dragging somewhere there. And let's see what happened here. Not quite sure where it was. It was Derek Pemberton. We went back green flag. Did he just lose it? Oh, he did. Luckily, actually, he blinked because he didn't take nobody out. That's tough. But yeah, out of turn 2, you're going to see sparks fly. Something on the car is actually dragging, and it's causing a lot of these cars to get loose. This is underneath Joe Burchett's car. I think it's that little bar right there, the one that's hanging down to the right. It's kind of what it looks like. I don't know exactly what that is, but definitely what it looks like it could be because it's actually pretty low. Joe Burchett driving Jeb Burton's LS Tractor paint. It's a good looking car. Sellers Racing on the side. There's just some of the cars in here tonight. I actually went to that website, the Balls Out Energy. It's pretty cool. They have a lot of different flavors and stuff like that. I haven't had it, but it's really neat. Kyle Smalley ought to just send me some just so I could try it, and I'll promote the heck out of it for him on the broadcast. Hey, Jason Papp, how about him? He is up to P number 7 right now in that Geico Chevrolet. Timothy Jennings. Some of these guys actually have a custom thing on the inside too that they put in the cars. I don't know if everybody's got it, but Patrick Green. It's Calvin Allison. I'm just looking at some of the paints right now. Here's Calvin Allison. Oh, that Patrick Green car looks good. I like that red on that. Nice looking chrome. It's Calvin Allison, that Haviland car. Do not count out Allison. He's going to be one to watch as well. Logan Jones, another very fast driver. Marcus Adams. Allison Cheney's number 31. Brandon Wilson running a marine paint scheme here tonight. That's nice looking. Austin Rucker, part of the Navy. I love how he's got the number in the back. That's pretty neat. Good looking car there. Facebook.com, onepound.tv. Not quite sure what that is, but I think it is his team, I believe. William Rucker running the Autism Speaks car tonight as well, and that number 77. Awesome to have that. I'm glad he's running that. It's really cool. Of course, Pulse Racing always gets involved with the little special things we do. That's a good looking car too. Casey Heschel. Alright, I think we're ready to go back green. There's Joe Burchett and that LS Tractor number 08 car ready to bring us to the green flag. Next time by, I think. This time by. Guys want to see what it's like to ride on board here for a restart. We're going to ride right in the middle of this. You ready for some chaos? You're about to get it. Right on board here for a lap as we get ready to go back. Green flag is out of the air. And how about that? Early caution here. Wheel spin involved. Greg McConaughey's involved. And more. Welcome back to Bristol. We're going to be saying that quite a bit tonight. Oh, I heard somebody else get hit there too. Didn't seem like they was very happy. Trying to see where Greg actually is to check his car. It did not look good. I don't know. Does it actually start right here? Watch up front. Wheel spin. Boom. Right there. The 2 and 12. Both got heavy wheel spin. There's some cars piled in. That's a tough break. And that's interesting because these guys and the leaders are going to have to deal with that. We're going to take a break and come right back.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway as I try to hold my sneeze in. The iRacing East Series sponsored by Plan B Sales ready to get underway here once again as we get set to go here tonight. Pace truck about to drop in. That means we're ready to go racing, and it should be a fun one here once again. I keep saying that, but caution, breed cautions. That's what we know for sure. So same cars up front as we wait. Joe Burchett sets to bring us to the green, and the green flag back out in the air, and something happened there up front. Not quite sure, but Kyle Smalley able to get a huge run. Here comes Joe Burchett, and with caution. Not sure what happened here. Well, the 25 is slow. I don't know. Trying to see where this caution actually happened at. '51 of the '07 got together, and that's what caused it. All right. Caution number 5 here already. 37 laps in. So anyway, Kyle Smiley did take the lead. Joe Burchett second now. James Lowe, Jason Papp. Hey, how about Jason Papp, though, man? This is the guy I'm honestly impressed with. No matter what happens with the cautions, he's got to be happy. But there he is. I'm actually proud of Jason. He started 23rd. Papp did, and here he is up to 4th. That's no matter whatever the way you look at it. Yes, there's a lot of cautions so far, but honestly, he's done a good job, and he's avoided the cautions. That's a good that's a good thing. So, no matter whatever way we look at it. Pace truck lights are off, set to go back green, and the 42 taking the inside line. I'm interested on that one. I don't know. I don't think I would take the inside. He got the run last time on the inside line, but personally, and the lights are back on. Did they wreck it or caution? Cody Smith wrecking under caution. Something happened here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, he apparently is not happy with somebody. Interesting. Well, Bristol. Gosh. We're ready to go back green. This time now. And honestly, with 750 horsepower that these guys are running, this is not, they don't run 550 horsepower on short tracks at 750. And a lot of these guys are not used to running that. You can tell by looking at them, too, honestly. That ain't calling nobody out, but it is true. The pace car is back in. Green flag back out in the air. Watch for wheel spin. That's been the biggest thing. Watch the run from Joe Burchett. On that outside, he may look to the inside. He will not, and we're going to keep with this battle right now. Off turn 4. Burchett figuring how to try to set up Kyle Smiley. These guys know how to race. I promise. These guys, and not only that, James Lowe, 3rd place right now, doing a great job. You see the sparks I was talking about. That is just low tire pressures. And, that's going to be interesting to watch, over and over. To watch the tire pressures build pressure, and it should help grip once they get a little bit more pressure in. And yellow. Cody Dempster's around. Actually, I don't think this was the caution, to be honest. It may have been something else, because this no way to caution. He gets into the wall, taps Brody Smith, or taps the 22, but I'm not quite sure where the caution is. Not sure it ain't that. I'm not quite sure what the caution was on this one, guys. To be honest, I don't. Oh, that's why. The 22 of Cody Dempster actually stopped, it looks like, on right here. No, I don't know. Let's go high above. Yeah, I don't really know what the caution was on that one. Sorry, guys. It's not showing me. So there you go. That's, caution number 6 here. And we still got 100 laps remaining. Oh, gosh. Pit road's open. And did any of our leaders come down? No, I don't think you really need to come down personally. A lot of guys are having trouble with tires early. I mean, I'd let them just build up some pressure and go ahead and take track position. keep your spot, but I guess you got to think about wheel spin too. Guess that could be an issue. One thing we're really trying not to do too much is pulling too many driver interviews tonight, since it is Bristol. I can only imagine some of the stuff that they're going to say. So I figured, you know, probably wouldn't be a good thing to say. Here we go. And green flag is out. And nobody got going besides Kyle Smiley. He is going. So the green flag is out here. We'll be pulling in Brody Smith here in just a moment. Looking back right here, this is David and James Lowe. James trying to figure out how to run down David. We can jump back a little bit. The 01 taking a peek underneath Logan Jones for 15th. You also see Logan here battling William Rucker, so it's basically a three-car little battle here now. We continue to stay green. It's Derek Pemberton on the apron. Just staying out of everybody's way. How about that 20 car? As a yellow. Back out. Jason Larvey, I believe, goes around. Let's see. I believe he just got loose. Got into the wall. And hard contact. And we've seen that done here a couple times. So, with that said, Brody Smith, we're going to bring in. This is going to be quite an interview, guys. Just keep that in mind. We're not exactly sure what's going to be said about this, so we'll see. Brody Smith, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't really know what you're going to say, so I'm just going to let you rant for a minute.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's a joke to have lap cars when you can't pronounce their name taking out the whole field. I think that's a real bonehead move, and we got a couple of them in here. And when I go to complain to admins, I got to go protest them, and I'm not going to waste my time writing a long protest on a guy when you can clearly see he's not worth my time. He sucks. And I just think it's stupid. You know, I circled Bristol. I thought I could win.
You was fast
last year. I was about to work on Chris Wall and get past him, and then you know, bonehead had to wreck the whole field. So I just think it's stupid how we race each other. Texas leading the race, get taken out.
You've been actually wrecked while you're up like in the top 5 every time, I think, by the way.
Talladega.
Yeah.
Xfinity cars, or wherever we were at, Cody hooked me, took me out from the lead. Here, I probably could have got to the lead and taken out before I can even showcase it. You know, you got family members watching the race, and then you're taken out before you can even do anything. So I just think it's stupid.
So I just got to ask you. I don't really know how to really ask this without getting a honest answer, and that's the thing about you. You're going to be honest about it. What can be done, or what is it on the track that's making people crazy, do you think? I know it's Bristol, and I know it's a tough track. Is it where we're running more horsepower now at the short track, or is it something else? You did mention other tracks as well, though.
Well, people just ain't got the talent. If you ain't got the talent, just don't be in the field. If you know you're a problem, don't be in the field. I think we got a couple of guys who are too big for the pants. It's every week. I'm getting taken out in the dumbest ways possible, and it's stupid. If we could just all race, and I know everybody makes mistakes, but if you're constantly making mistakes, as I get a 4X in this B-class race, if you're going to make mistakes, just get out of the way. Don't be an issue like that. And you know you suck. Don't be that off the pace, and just get out of the way. I put in tons of laps this week. We're quarantined. I have nothing else to do. I want to be fast, and I want to win races, and I guess I'm never going to win because these people are pathetic. And we can be better as admins. Get those people out of here.
Hey, I hear you.
If you're not going to do your job, don't label yourself as an admin. We don't even give EOLs when we're supposed to.
Hey, man, that's what I like about you. You speak your mind. Thanks for the interview.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. You guys be the judge. That's one thing I do like about Brody. He is not afraid to speak his mind. Whether you disagree, don't like what he says, I mean, he thinks that's what's right, and honestly, I mean, he's got every right to think that, and you can't argue with it. Me as a broadcaster, I just got to kind of agree with both sides. As Burchett gets wheel spin, that's the first time we've seen the leaders get wheel spin, but David going to be able to take away second, maybe with a run from the outside. Burchett does be able to hold on a second. But, yeah, I mean, I think Cody did make some valid points no matter either way we look at it. Here we go. The 99 and Nick Kessler. Jason Papp sitting right there in sixth as well. See what he can do. We're actually on the nose of Jason's car. You hear that little throttle. He actually had to bump it quite a bit. He's going to give up a few spots here. Probably going to drop back to about 9th or 10th. He's on that low side, so he needs to try to pull up and get to that high line as quick as he can. It don't look like he's going to be able to do it right now here. This is Ryan Worley right now on the outside. So maybe Ryan can get behind Jason to pull up. And there you go. He is able to pull up in front of the 59 of Jared Overstreet. As we are getting a small run, the battle's going to be up front for the lead. Joe Burchett going to have to figure out a way to get around that top spot of Kyle Smiley as we are coming to lap 65 out of 150. I like this camera angle we're watching. You see Derek Pemberton just not having it out. Honestly, I haven't really seen him blinking anymore, but that's why he's just riding around trying to get some spots. It's Tyler Tomasi on track. And I'm actually kind of surprised he's still racing, to be honest. I know that he had a little run in as the yellow comes back out. And big wreck here is Jason Papp, the 77, also involved with William Rucker. Oh, man, it looks like Jason and William may have got together. Actually, let's see. Jason may have got loose right there. Oh, turn to 59, and there they go. We're going to get a better view from this from the blimp. Jason just backs it into the wall. He was running really good, too. Just unfortunate there. Right there's the contact, and then they just pile it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars involved. I believe 10 or 11 with some damage. That's tough. So I was curious, would we see our leaders come down pit road? The answer for that is going to be no. Even with Burchett getting some wheel spin, not going to come down pit road. I mean, they've had a few cautions. Maybe that's honestly why 8 cautions, and that's a lot of laps. So we'll see. Tough break, though.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Back here for the iRacing East Series, PlanBSales.com. Check them out. Ready to go back at it. We're going to watch it up front because that wheel spin was an issue on that outside last time for Joe Pritchett. So maybe that's why Kyle Smiley's not really wanting to start up there. Green flag back out. And this time, Pritchett going to have a small run, but the 42. Here we go, up front for the lead. The outside lane going to prevail. Joe Pritchett going to be able to take back the lead here on lap 71. Here comes Nick Kessler as well. Kessler on the outside. That is exactly the lane you want to be in. That outside lane is the Bristol. I mean, that's how you get around here. And you see Kessler taking that second spot away. Kessler might have something here for Burchett. Ron Worley doing a great job here as well in that P5 car, or the P5 position at 00. He's doing a good job. Here's Connor, a little slow and blinking issues right there on him. Yeah, a bunch of guys are having some connection issues tonight. I don't know if there's something going on with iRacing or what it is. But either way, tough little things. With that said, guys, you know what time it is. If a caution comes out, we'll probably try to just hop back in here, but it is time. And once again, what is said in the broadcast does not reflect on us or the league, but you may hear some stuff you might not want to hear. Give me just a second. We're going to set it up. Here we go.
Is gonna end.
Yeah, dude, freak me, bro. I was like, it's one of the fastest guys here.
Yeah, well now it seems like things have changed and the 3 cars with no damage are 1, 2, 3.
Shocker.
Not really. I know
well,
I'm not good here, so.
I was in the middle of an interview with Adam. On lap 1, I get a 4X in the B car, and I was like, well, meanwhile, freaking running people over in B class here, got a freaking 4X. These guys suck too, just like in the league.
You're up.
Keep 18,000 laps down.
Refresh your page when you're done.
Done that. Session joined, but it's great.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, buddy.
Caution flag coming back out in the air, and it looks like David was the one that was involved, and I'm trying to confirm this. Give me just a second as we go try to find him. Actually, Ryan Worley may have been involved as well. Let's see, because he was up there. That 00 car, I believe it's him and the 02 that got together. It looked like Worley tried to pass the 2 and may have gotten loose underneath. Let's see. Oh, it's the 2 that got into the wall and around they go. Pretty hard contact, but I'm going to be honest, that's not going to hurt them too bad. They'll be able to drive back up to the field with that damage. So there you go. That will bring out caution number 9. I think I actually predicted 13 or 14 cautions tonight. We're right on pace for that. I'm not going to lie. So Joe Burchett is up front. And, yeah, you're going to see some guys probably come down pit road this time. Let's see. This is a replay. We will be going back live here in just a moment. But this is a replay of what we're on. So it looks like we do got some guys coming on pit road, including some of our leaders. We will wait to confirm that. Some guys did stay out, which definitely not surprised. But here's Joe Burchett. Once again, you're going to see how he enters and exits pit road. There he goes, dropping down. All the way around on the back stretch. You also see Kyle Smalley also came in as well. Nick Kessler. You see right there, Joe exiting turn or going out of the pit road all the way around the bottom here. Just like you would in real life, which is pretty cool how they do that, by the way. Pretty awesome. I ain't gonna lie, iRacing did a pretty good job on that. And then he'll pull into his pit. So once again, this is a replay of pit road. And once you see him pull in, we will be going back live. You see it right there. And now we are back live. So with that, Joe Burchett comes out in 4th with James Lowe, Marcus Adams, Joe Burchett, Kyle Smalley, Patrick Green, and Nick Kessler. And I'm going to be honest, I think that may be the final time you see a couple of these guys on pit road. I don't think you really need to be on pit road anymore. Just my personal opinion. So Calvin Allison ended up in that 07. He knows how to get around Bristol. So I think, yeah, base lights are off. And see, this is weird. Calvin Allison starting on the inside. I don't like starting on the inside. I think you've got to go high side. We've seen it a couple times now. And James Lowe knows that as well. As the green flag back out, a little bit of wheel spin up front, but look that outside. That's exactly what we kind of expected. Lowe's going to get to run on the outside. He's definitely going to take the lead, I believe, down the backstretch. Maybe not. Still side by side here for the lead. Off turn 4. There comes the run, and James Lowe will lead that lap. Nick Kessler up on the high side of Joe Burchett. That's a big pass if he's able to clear him. Lowe working off the corner. Kessler looking to the high side here on the 08 car. Almost making contact there. Burchett underneath the 07. Trying to put a pass on the low side. Like I said, I don't think you're going to be able to pass. There goes Joe Burchett. He's going to hit the wall. And no caution. So we'll have to wait and see if he's able to recover. He's going to drop back to about 12th. Oh, almost more contact. That is 10th he drops back to. And now the 2's getting loose. And around goes David. Greg McConaughey, and the caution flag should wave. There's more contact there with Keith Smalley as well. That's a tough break. Keith was just basically running his own race here tonight. And unfortunately, head first into the 2. Or, that's weird, saying the 2 with another 2 on that. So the 2's collide, the 02 and the 2. And that does bring out caution number 10 here for tonight. Next week, these guys have a week off, and that's probably a good thing. I'm going to be honest. They probably need that. I do want to go ahead and mention real quick that the Super Speedway schedule, it does begin this Friday with the chase beginning. They will be running at Talladega in the Truck Series. I don't know why I thought that was actually. It looks like they actually changed that. I believe it was supposed to be Xfinity, but it looks like they changed it to the 2 trucks, 2 Xfinity, and then 2 more Cups. So 65 laps at Talladega this coming Friday, and that's going to be fun. I believe it's Greg McConaughey actually coming in here with the points lead in that chase, I believe. But, of course, it all resets and all that good stuff. All right, let's see if we get ready to go. See if we double up. James Lowe, impressive here, though. This car looks pretty good. A little bit of damage, but, you know, I think about every car in here has damage now. Are we doubling up? We are not. Not yet. I think. I can't tell from this angle. Yes, we are. There we go. So, here we go. Ready to go back. Green flag. James Lowe going to have the front row starting spot on that outside. And that's exactly what he's doing. Choosing the outside. Very smart move to do this. Let's see if he can hold on in this one. We are coming up on 50 laps to go, which does not take very long to run. His pace car is off, and the green flag back out in the air. James Lowe does have a win. I just wanted to pass that along. So he does have one win as well. And you can see, though, Kyle Smalley was able to get in front of him. Was that back here? Maybe having a slow car. It's Connor actually slow on the bottom. So we jump back up towards our lead. And it looks like Joe Burchett making a move here. Getting through some traffic. Remember, he had a little issue getting loose off the corner. Here he is trying to take away the 5th position from Bruce Rott. He does. Bruce has done a pretty good job. That car looks pretty clean. Bruce started back in 41st position. And up to P6. It's all just about surviving here. And he's done a great job of doing that. Looking at a top 10. Maybe a top 5. Ron Worley's another quick one. That 00. He started back in 10th place. Here he is up to 8th. And I think he's definitely got possibly a top 5 car. Calvin Allison and David going at it. This is for the 11th spot. Here comes the 501 of Brandon Wilson. Allison trying to take that spot away. Marcus Adams trying to follow suit. You see the 01 as well. I think that one might be a lap down, but yes, that's Casey Heschel. He is 2 laps down in that 01. But you see up front, Calvin out. Look at this, 3 wide. Okay, this is never going to work. There they go. Wrecking. Calvin Allison involved. Brandon Wilson involved. 3 wide never works out at Bristol, and unfortunately, it took its toll. Here's your look at it. They work off the corner. Austin Rucker made it through that. Austin's done a decent job getting through some of these. Watch this on board with him. Actually gets into the car, or gets into the wall, but hey, no need to worry about that. He sees the wreck coming up front, and he looks like he's heading right for it, and somehow makes it through it. You hear him shifting through the gears. So we got some cars coming down pit road. Joe Burchett coming down pit road. That's interesting to see. Maybe coming down to take some damage. I'm not sure. But you see him on pit road. James Lowe is on pit road as well. So that's a big one. You see James coming down into the box. Really nobody in front of him or behind him on pit road. 4 tires. He'll be down the way. So this is going to turn the lead over to, or actually it's going to keep Kyle Smiley now up front. Patrick Green, Nick Kessler, your top 3. Bruce Wright and Ron Worley back inside the top 5. We'll see how this plays out here in just a moment.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Ready to go back green here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm your host here tonight, Adam Chapman, ready to go here on lap 110 out of the schedule 150. Up front, Kyle Smiley. He has changed his line. He has went up to the high side. Earlier in the race, he actually was choosing a bottom side. So he may have learned something off that. Plus, he's got a little bit older tires. Not really going to affect him. But green flag is out, and you can see it really not affecting too much of the older tires. But do got to keep in mind, we have seen wheel spin a couple of times. Battle right now going to be back in 3rd place. Nick Kessler, Bruce Wright. Actually, Bruce getting a few spots lost here as he's getting past on that bottom side. James Lowe able to go around the 00, trying to do the same. It is a hornet's nest back through here. 114 laps is showing the board for Kyle Worley. I'm trying to see this. You got some damage on the front? Yep, nose is really damaged. You see right here the 20. Logan Jones going to the outside. Joe Burchett also going to go to the high side. Greg McConaughey, even with the damaged race car he's got, goes to the outside. The 67 really having some struggling problems here. You see he started in 41st spot. Crossing the finish line, he's going to jump back all the way to 10th and maybe a little bit more. Oh, car's getting loose a little bit further back. Austin Rucker, he's trying to take away the 12th position. Yeah, Bruce really struggling right now. Right in front, Kyle Smalley out by about almost a second over Patrick Green. Greg McConaughey, even with the damaged race car, working on the back of Logan Jones as he continues to work on the 61 of Rick Rose. Of course, the high line always a big factor at Bristol. No more low line at Bristol for a while now. Hopefully soon, but this track on iRacing does not have the traction compound. They do not have it on here. Kind of wish they did, but they do not. And unfortunately for that. Oh, there's some contact. Big junk on the back stretch. And Moore's going to pile into this. Caution flag coming out. And we're going to see exactly where this happened. It looked like McConaughey could have got loose here. Or did a 61 get loose? Ah, he got the wall. And 4 cars, maybe a few more. We're going to call it 6 cars. Looks like 59 and 43 also getting involved with it. So, that's going to bring out caution number 12. I called, I think, either 13 or 14. I know a bunch of people said 14, so we're definitely getting there.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway. We're set to go back green here in just a few moments. As you see, a few cars exiting the pits a little bit further back. Up front, just looking around, Kyle Smalley, James Lowe, Joe Burchett, Logan Jones, Nick Kessler. Like I said, I personally would not pit no more if you're these top 4 guys. I just do not really see a disadvantage, honestly, on some of these older tires. With the short runs we're getting, I just don't see the new tires playing a huge factor, especially early on when they're the pressures are still coming up in the tires and all that. I feel like it kind of hurts you early on new tires. But on the other hand, you got wheel spin and stuff like that. So, you know, we only seen Kyle come down, I think, once. And he's been up front since. So, yeah, I just, you know, to me, I would not come back down. That's just my opinion. I think the pace lights are about to go off. They are. And we get set to go back green. All right. Here we go. Green flag. Back out in the air. And up front, it is a team battle. Kyle Smalley and James Lowe. Kyle going to have the upper hand on that high side. We'll jump back here. Logan Jones, Patrick Green side by side. And now this is 4 tires versus the no tires. There is damage on the 20 car, so I would say that the 87 would have a little bit more advantage with the damage. But you can see that high side, it's tough to pass someone on the low side still, even with fresh tires. And how about the 99? What happened to him? He must have got really loose because he dropped back. He was underneath his teammate. Yep, there you go. Loose off the corner. So now, it is Joe Burchett and Nick Kessler going at it for the second spot. 21 laps to go. Kessler looking to the outside. Here he comes. Going to get the door shut this time. There's a bump, and Kessler actually gets to the wall a little bit with that bump on the 08. It falls back to James Lowe, who's trying to make another run up to him. Now, as soon as I say that, Kessler gets a big run out of the corner. He does close the gap back up and actually hits the wall in that turn 4. Here he comes once again. It's going to be tough to make this pass on the low side. He's taking a peek. Side by side. Good little position battle here for second. The second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now this is exactly what Kyle Smalley wants to see, is he's able to keep checking out. As a yellow flag comes out. Calvin Allison around. I think. No, actually it might not have been Calvin. Let's see. Not quite sure who the caution was on. Oh. Who was that? Was it 51? So there's your caution. 51 actually. Or who is that on the low side? Cannot tell who that is. Is it Bruce Wright? That someone, I'm trying to see who it is. I can't tell exactly. The 59 maybe? Got into the wall. Jared Overstreet. Let's see. Somebody just blew up right there. But I think this right here is what brought the caution out. I think it was the 59. Underneath the 2 of David this corner. Oh, it's the 67. Bruce Wright that actually brought it out. Let's see. One more look. Oh, right there. It looks like he may have had help here from the 80. A little bit up and kind of just Bristol right there. Austin getting through that as well. So, you're coming down to about a 10 lap shootout, I think. We'll have to wait and see, but all right, let's see if we double up. I think we are. And of course, the 42 going to take the high line. which is definitely what he wants to do. Nick Kessler looks pretty fast, though. I think DeForest got something. I think he might be quick enough to run with Kyle as well. Still see if we get ready to double back up here. We are. You also got to watch for wheel spin here if you're Kyle Smiley, because he's been out there for 54 laps on tires, and we have seen wheel spin. The iRacing official pace truck ready to drop down pit lane, as we are set to go back racing with 11 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace car is in. Green flag is out in the air. A little bit of wheel spin there. And I caught it. Nick Kessler able to get around on the high side. Down Marcus Adams. Battling the high side of Joe Burchett. So tough. You just got to put yourself in position and get to that high side somehow. Kessler sets his sights on the 42. Coming through 9 laps to go next time by. We're single file up front. And the 87 contacts. Ooh, that did not bring a caution. There was actually another caution that came out further back. And Austin Rucker is around. The 61. Oh. So actually it all happened up Rick Rose. Let's see. The 00 Ryan Worley making contact. There's Rick. And Rick Rose may not be too happy. He looks like he may be going hunting for someone. Let's see. He's closing in. Yeah, here we go. And there you go. Rick Rose not very happy. And, well, Ryan really probably not either. Yeah, he was definitely going that time. He was definitely headhunting on that one. So, big news here. Joe Burchett coming down pit road. That's interesting. I'm going to give up a top 4 car to come down pit road. I'm not entirely sure if that's a smart move. It's only 6 laps to go. But, what do I know? Unless he is expecting a couple of green-white checkers here, which very well might happen. Looks like Burchett may be getting some damage repaired as well. Alrighty. Should be getting ready to come to the 1 to go this time. Here we go. One to go this time. So that means the pace car going to be dropping off. There goes the pace truck. 3 laps to go. Green flag out in the air. And Nick Kessler will spin. This could get really hairy back here. How about Ron Worley? Even with damage, we got one car spinning as the 25. He's able to keep it going. Coming to the white flag this time by. Race is going to be declared official no matter what happens. Kyle Smalley looks to pick up the win with James Lowe and Nick Kessler, your top 3. Through turns 3 and 4. Kyle Smalley is going to win here at Bristol. James Lowe second, Kessler third. Ryan Worley somehow going to manage 4th. Marcus Adams P5. As Austin Rucker may have got turned here. Oh, just overcorrected. Oh, hard into the 501 of Brandon Wilson. But there's your winner. And there's some more contact. The 80 and the 31 of Marcus Adams. And not happy. All right. Well, there's always some arguments at Bristol. That's just normal. But at least you wait until after. Let's talk to him. Kyle Smalley with the big win here tonight. Kyle Smalley, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. 91 laps led. First thing I want to talk about is the very early in the race. You actually was choosing the inside line, which was kind of surprising. It looked like you learned from that pretty quick, though.
Well, I was choosing the inside because, to me, I think running the middle line is a little bit better on your tire wear. So I would just run the middle the whole time.
Talk a little bit about... Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't really worried about running the top early in the race.
Right. So talk a little bit about your tires, man, because honestly, we had the cautions. The tires didn't fall off as much as what I think a lot of people thought they would have. And, I mean, you was out there for 66 laps just on this set. So talk us through not coming down pit road. And honestly, it didn't look like there was hardly any tire wear, really.
There's definitely tire wear. The right front would give out more and more each lap. But when James had fresher tires, I think 20 lap fresher tires behind me, I was really worried that he was going to get me there. But luckily, I got to hold him off at the end.
This has to be pretty nice, though, coming here with 43 guys. That was probably not a lot of things being said in the chat, but honestly, you got to feel pretty good about your night.
Yeah, I think to me, Bristol is my worst track out of every track I've been to. but the beginning was really rough, but the last 40 or 50 laps got a little bit better, so it was a little bit more fun.
That is for sure. Hey, man, another win here, 2 wins on the season, shout-outs and all that.
Yeah, I want to thank Plan B Sales, Balls Garana, Balls Out Racing, James, Chris, my dad, Keith Smalley, who pretty much got me into racing.
You about lost your sponsorship because you rage quitted. I heard already.
Yeah. And AC Paints, everything you do in the broadcast booth, I appreciate everything you do. And Jason Papp for putting on a great league. That's about it.
Hey, he don't have much of a bumper, so it ain't doing too much damage. Good job, man.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, James Lowe finishing in P2 here tonight. Let's bring in James. Let's see. There he is. Let's bring him in. James Lowe, Adam's happening up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
P2. It honestly looks like you actually was able to match Kyle there for a long time and even faster than him for some of this race. Did you leave a little bit out there? It looked like that last restart just kind of caught you a little off guard, but still second place.
Well, that last restart there, I think Nick spun his tires a little bit and came up into us on the restart, and it slowed me way down. I had to get off the gas for a minute so we wasn't all wrecked, and let Kyle get out there too far for 2 laps to go or whatever. So we just had to settle in there for a second.
I was talking to him a moment ago. Did you think fresh tires was a big deal here tonight? He was able to get out there 65 laps. You had 44 on yours. He said he felt like fresh tires was definitely a way to go, but of course he didn't come down for a while. But did you feel the same way?
Yeah, fresh tires was definitely king, but the unfortunate part was you were stuck behind cars with no tires, and it's hard to pass around here. So you had to take your time and get around those cars. And by the time you got around them, the leaders were gone. So they definitely paid off, but they would have paid off there at the end if I wouldn't have had to get out the gas there coming to the green.
Yeah, you definitely look fast. Hey, shout outs and all that, man. Second place again here tonight.
Yeah, give a big shout out to Balls Out Racing. Me and Kyle won 2. Can't complain about that. I thank Plan B Sales, Midwest Motor Customs, AC Paints, and you guys for broadcasting, and the main man, Jason Papp, for putting all this on.
A good job tonight, man. Way to survive.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Next up, Nick Kessler surviving to pretty much survived a battle royale, I guess we can say here tonight. Somehow was good enough to survive, and let's pull him in right now. Nick Kessler, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So I know you just went live. Sorry.
You're good.
P3 tonight, man. You got to be pretty happy. You started 6th, but there was at one point, it looked like, honestly, at one point of this race, about, 30 or 35 laps ago, you was probably the fastest car. Did you feel that way as well?
Yeah, I felt like I was really fast. New tires really paid dividends after we got like some long runs, and guys would stay out, and I would pit, take 4, and work my way through the field. But after the tires evened out, we're all.
No idea how you only got 4 incidences this race. Talk us through, man. Well, it's a lot of work surviving a place like this with 43 cars on track. I mean, it's basically a battle royale, like somebody said in the chat.
Yeah, I started in 6, went to the back like lap 1, worked back there. Someone was blinking, and that gave me my 4X, and after Brody got wrecked on lap 6, I was really hoping to have me and Merrick get a 1-2 finish, but then Merrick's computer crashed, and that only left me, and I was hoping to get the win for them boys, but getting a top 3 isn't bad, and I'm really impressed about how this race went.
Hey, man, shout-outs and all that you want to give out before we head out of here? We got next week off, I think.
Yes, sir. ESPN, Jason Papp for putting on this league, Plan B Sales, Midwest Motor Customs, AC Paints, iRacing, East, I already said that, Corvette Parts.net, JD Motorsports with Gary Keller, Imagineer Design and Production, and Taz Racing Customs for your custom diecast.
Hey, good job tonight, man. Way to survive.
Thanks,
buddy. There you go, guys. That is our 3 interviews here tonight. Look at your results. Wild and crazy night at Bristol. You guys can see that. 14 cautions here tonight. 9 lead changes, though, which is actually pretty impressive. Some of that, of course, cautions and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go. That is going to do it for me tonight, guys. I will be back tomorrow night around 7:30, I think. We're going to be live for the Ultimate Sim League, so we'll be back for that here soon. And that'll do it for me. Hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. I will see you guys tomorrow night here on ESPN, on YouTube and Facebook, and we will talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a great night. Take care as always. God bless.